Hello, good morning, and welcome to the breakfast show on View Ultimate FM. Today is Friday, yeah. Thank God it's Friday, the 11th day of February 2022. Yeah, I'm always happy, when Friday comes around because I get to get out of work and go home and relax for the weekend. How will you be spending your weekend? Me, I'll stay Saturday, Sunday, sleeping in, not going anywhere. So I would like to know how you'll be spending your weekend. You can leave a comment on our Facebook page at Ultimate FM. My name is Mercy Carter, your host, as usual. Do well to join us live on Facebook at Ultimate FM, like our page, also to get notified anytime we're allowed to be part of our programs. You can also listen to us live via our website at www.viewradiofm.com. All right, the newspaper headlines this morning will come to you right after the short commercial break, so stay connected.
Yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. You need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun. Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up. Nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081-687-09103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
You're listening to the best radio station on the planet. The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
View Radio.
View Radio.
View Radio.
View Radio. View Radio FM. We are the best.
One day, come on, leave this radio for me now. I enjoy this View Radio.
Leave him for me for View Radio. Like me, I enjoy them for me. I give up now. Go.
Hello. Give me the full volume of this FM. I'm enjoying this View Radio.
Welcome back to the breakfast show on VO Ultimate FM. Now on the Vanguard newspaper this morning, police student protest as gun respective corps member, motorcyclist in Osun. Students of Federal Polytechnic Ede Osun State yesterday embarked on a protest over the mother of one Hassan Adedeji, who just graduated from the school and was preparing for his one-year mandatory youth service. It was gathered that the HND graduate was on a commercial motorcycle around the Agbale Bode area close to the Polytechnic second gate when he was shot on Wednesday night. Findings also revealed that the assailants did not just kill the prospective corps member on the motorcycle, but also shot the unified motorcyclist. The incident infuriated the students who embarked on a peaceful protest across the town and also marched to the palace of Timi of Ede Oba Lawal to register their grievances. The students had set bonfire in some streets in the town to protest the gruesome murder of their colleagues. A very, very sad one indeed. Them protesting for justice is not nothing bad. There's nothing wrong in that. Thank God it was a peaceful protest, and thank God that it didn't turn to something else. But then it's something that really needs to be looked into, the rate at which these gunmen kill people now. Although this one happened in night, but a whole lot of things are happening. Trust me, they are killing people, in the daytime without any fear whatsoever. And we are wondering what exactly is happening. What is the government doing? what are security agencies doing to, try to stop this whole killings and all that? And now it's not even just left to the government now and security agencies, even the community, like what they have done now. They went to the palace of the ruler of that particular community. They should do things. They should look for a way to make sure that their own community is secure, because trust me, we cannot even just rely on the police or the army or the state government points. We have to do something to make sure that we ourselves and our communities are safe. All right, power must shift to South in 2023. Southern Middle Belt leaders. The South and Middle Belt Leadership Forum yesterday backed the position of the Southern Governors Forum that power must shift to the South in 2023, dismissing the insinuation that there is an alleged hatred for the North. The SMBLF, in a statement by Afenifera's National Publicity Secretary, Mr. Jare Ajayi, dismissed the Arewa Consultative Forum (ACF) and Coalition of Northern Groups (CNG) for opposing power rotation to the South. Afenifera said Governor Rotimi Akeredolu's declaration reflected the desire of the majority of ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, particularly those in the 4 geopolitical zones: Middle Belt, South-West, Southeast, and South-South, as represented by their respective organizations. The organizations were Afenifere Middle Belt Forum, Onise Indigbo, and Pan Niger Delta Forum (PANDEF), who collectively formed the South and Middle Belt Leadership Forum. Well, power shifting from the north to the south is nothing. In fact, I would say is nothing wrong, because trust me, we want something. We have about 7 geopolitical zones in the country, and for many years the north have been the ones in power, and even when power shifted for a period of time to the south, it still went back to the north again. And now they are saying, okay, it is time. It is not because there's any form of hatred for the north or whatsoever. It's just that we are one Nigeria, and this thing has to go round. Yeah, so everybody has to be given the opportunity to be able to rule. All right, armed robbers attacked bullion van, among whom was a kid hit by a stray bullet. It was gathered that the bullion van was from Iwo Road area when it was attacked by the armed robbers around close to the Agodi Police Area Command. An eyewitness said the robbers, who shot sporadically into the air to scare passers-by from a Sienna bus, were dressed in police uniform. You can imagine. So meaning that these armed robbers were dressed in police uniform. And in recent times, we have been hearing of how gunmen dress in police uniforms, dress in uniforms of the army, and then they come out and start doing things, abducting people, killing people, and people will feel like, oh, they're policemen or they're army officers, so you might not even know that these people are actually kill you. And in this case in Ibadan, they were dressed as policemen and they were attacking the bullion van, and in the process killed a lot of people. I think I watched one of the videos where a certain woman, she wasn't shot, managed properly. So I was like, they should take this woman to justice. But you could see that the scene was a bad one indeed. Policemen were shot, killed, and even a child was even hit by a stray bullet and died. A lot of things. And in fact, the thing was so overwhelming when I said it. I was like, what is happening in this country? What exactly is going on? What can we do? Things keep getting worse every day. Something is happening here in Oyo State, Ibadan, and something else is happening somewhere else in Enugu. A lot of killings here and there, and most times when we say, oh, these policemen, they are not doing enough. In this case in Ibadan, you say they were not doing enough because they died while trying to secure lives of people. We know definitely that there are some that do not do enough, but at the end of the day, there are still some that will lay their life on the line to make sure that people are safe. Only God knows how many people might have been killed if the policemen were not there at that particular time, and all that. But then I think that more security measures should be taken. We should up our game in this country as regards security, because these gunmen, they are not here to play. In fact, they are coming all out, and if something is not being done urgently, trust me, things are going to go. Buhari reps talk tough, says heads must roll. President Muhammadu Buhari and the House of Representatives talked tough yesterday over the bad fuel imported. It must be held accountable. In fact, the House at its plenary said heads must roll if the situation was to be averted in future. The president and lawmakers' position came on a day marketers distanced themselves from controversies around who brought the bad fuel into the country. It will be recalled that the Nigerian National Petroleum Company NNPC Limited had late Wednesday night listed 4 marketers as those responsible for bringing in the bad fuel to the country, or the fact that 4 marketers were labeled as the one that brought this fuel into the country. Was there no proper inspection before this fuel was brought into the country? Because now everybody's shifting blame. Nobody wants to admit that, I was the one that brought it. Nobody, definitely. We know that in things like this, nobody will want to say, I'm the one that did it. Nobody will want to take the blame. But then the shifting of the blame should not be the issue here. I'm responsible for this, are brought to book. But still, we should not shy away from the fact that these things were able to be brought into the country because there was no proper inspection, and because the engines are going to be spoiled, bad beyond repair because of these bad petroleum products that are being brought into the country. And now the 4 marketers that were labeled said they are not the ones. Another person will say, I'm not the one. So the solution should be proper inspection before these things are brought into the country. Let's not just do things, okay, fuel is being brought and then this is allowed. Let us inspect these things properly. All right, that was it on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. More headlines will come to you right after this short commercial break, so stay tuned.
Yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. Do you need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun? Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to capital of, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081-687-09103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
You're listening to the best radio station on the planet. The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
View Radio. View Radio.
View Radio.
View Radio. View Radio FM. We are the best.
One day, come on, leave this radio for me now. I enjoy this VO radio.
Gida leave him for me for VO radio. Like me, I enjoy them for me. Haji Koko, Nagodi.
Hello. Give me the full volume of this FM. I'm enjoying this view radio.
Event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to capital of, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun. Telephone 081-687-09103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
Alright, welcome back to the program this morning on VO Ultimate FM. On the Judge Tonglashes 60-year-old Akwa Ibom impersonator, convict jail 3 years. Akwa Ibom State High Court sitting in Uyo, the state capital, has sentenced one Ita Samson to 3 years imprisonment for impersonation. The convict, a native of Odot in the Insit Atai local government area of the state, who claimed to be a staff member of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on July 29, 2010, connived with a police corporal from Cross River State. Both men presented themselves as EFCC and Department of State Services officers respectively, pretending to be investigating a petition from Abuja against the First Bank manager Etinan branch, Mr. Godwin Daniel. Delivering judgment on Thursday, the trial judge, Justice Okon, held that Samson was guilty of impersonation of a public officer. The judge described the convict as a miserable liar and a serial fraudster that Nemesis has caught up with, adding that he did not show remorse but made efforts to cajole the court through his fairy tale of defense. That was some tongue lashing right there. Yes, a 60-year-old man. What would a 60-year-old man be doing impersonating EFCC, a staff of the EFCC? Tells you the length that people are able to go to just to probably make one mega form of money or amount of money or whatsoever. But then thank God that he was caught, and thank God, even if the trial process took a very long period of time, but finally he was taken to court. And this case of impersonation is not just happening just in Akwa Ibom now, it's happening everywhere. The case of the Ibadan killings where people were dressed in police, that is impersonation, because the police uniform is meant for the police alone. And so for you to even wear the police uniform, first of all, is like you're trying to impersonate the police force. So that one alone is a people that do not know it. It's a crime on its own, first of all, before you now even carry out any action. And a lot of impersonation goes on in this country. Some are caught, some are not caught. But then for people that do not know that it is a crime, I'm letting you know now that impersonation of whatsoever kind, no matter how little you might think it is, it's actually a criminal offense, and you can go to jail for it if you are caught. 3 policemen killed in Enugu checkpoint, man shot, women abducted. There was pandemonium in the Enugu state capital on Thursday as gunmen attacked a police checkpoint and killed 3 policemen. The hoodlums were also said to have shot a point-of-sale operator in the leg. While making away with the operator's money, they reportedly abducted a woman around the area. The incident, which happened around 1:20 p.m. at a police checkpoint near Uluma Linda Estate, Maryland, it reportedly paralyzed economic activities in the state capital. An eyewitness who spoke on condition of anonymity told our correspondent that the hoodlums operated for close to 30 minutes without a challenge, despite multiple police and military checkpoints around the state capital. You can imagine, without a challenge. That is like the key word I just picked there, without a challenge. Despite the fact that it happened around broad daylight at that, meaning that there is something wrong, because this same thing that happened in Enugu, something similar happened in Ibadan as well, with the bullion van and the police officers. And police officers were killed there, and police officers were still killed here. 3 police officers were still killed in Enugu. I think I saw a video of a police officer hiding in that, although people were laughing about it, but then there's nothing funny, because these people are humans as well. Forget the fact that they are on uniforms and they are just doing their job regardless. And when they are in trouble, it is still a duty that we should as well still sympathize with them. Even if they are the ones that are supposed to protect us, we are still supposed to sympathize with them in times that they are in trouble. But not regardless of that fact, the question is, why are these policemen not able to overpower these gunmen? Is it that they don't have the necessary facilities or equipment to overpower these gunmen, or is it that they don't have sophisticated weapons and arms as opposed to the gunmen? Because in most cases where you see attacks like this, it is the policemen that die the most. It is the policemen that are hurt the most. The gunmen, most times they just do what they want to do, cause a lot of havoc, and they go away, and they are not hurt. Nothing is being done to them. They are not harmed in any way. And we keep wondering what exactly is happening. This thing happened in the afternoon by 1:20 p.m. where everywhere was bright, and still they succeeded, and it happened around the checkpoints. That's the funny part of everything. So it was a police checkpoint that happened around, and they carried out this operation for close to 30 minutes. and nothing was being done to stop them. In fact, they succeeded in killing policemen. Is it that the policemen are not tactical enough, or they were not, on guard? What exactly happened? We want to know, because it's not just, like I said, it was happening in Enugu, it was happening in Ibadan. Who knows where it's going to happen next? Policemen are being killed every day. Is it that the government should go back and look at how they can help this police force? Should they be retrained? Because the set of gunmen that are coming out now, the set of hoodlums that are coming out now, it seems like they are fearless. They no longer fear the police. So what tactics should be used to fight them? We should ask ourselves all this question. NDLEA seizes 2 billion naira drug in containers from India at Lagos port. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have intercepted 40,250 kilograms of codeine worth over 2 billion naira imported in two 40-foot containers from India. The drug bust comes on the heels of a similar seizure of 14,080 kilogram codeine syrup and 4,352.43 kilogram cold caps used to conceal the former in a 40-foot container imported from India on February 2nd, 2022 at the Apapa seaport. The spokesman for the NDLEA, Femi Babafemi, confirmed the development in a statement on Thursday. He said both seizures followed intelligence reports from foreign partners Wednesday about NDLEA seizing drugs from the seaport in Lagos, and another one again happened yesterday. It's actually a good one coming from the NDLEA. I mean, these are the kind of things we want to see. I think if they continue like this, trust me, people are going to be thinking twice about trafficking drugs into the country and even exporting as well out of the country. They're going to think twice because they know that the NDLEA are at the top of their game, and these are the kind of things that we want to see. Suspected herdsmen kill woman returning from farm in Benue. A middle-aged woman has been shot dead by gunmen at Yelewata community in the Guma local government area in Benue State. The incident, according to residents, happened around 5 p.m. on Wednesday while the victim was returning to the farm. A resident who did not want to be identified said, "We learned that the woman who went to fetch firewood from a nearby farm was shot by gunmen suspected to be herdsmen." Sad one indeed. And these things keep happening in farms. So should there be a way that these farmers will be protected and their farms as well, or should they not go to the farm anymore? If they don't go to the farm, how are they going to feed? How are they going to survive? They have families. I think that there should be a form of, protection in these farms, especially in areas where, attack people the most. I think there should be a form of protection. Security personnel should be around such areas, even if nowadays they are there and still things desolate. People have left the farms and they tell you they are not going back because they're scared for their lives and still they're struggling to survive. So I think a lot has to be done. A lot. Driver bags live jail for raping Unilag women society school pupil. Justice Abiola Sholadoye of the Lagos State Special Offences Court Ikeja on Thursday sentenced a driver, Abiodun Matthew, to life imprisonment for raping a 4-year-old pupil of the University of Lagos Women's Society Nursery and Primary School, Akoka, Lagos. Punch Metro had reported that Matthew raped the minor on the school premises on March 23, 2019. Our correspondent reported that Matthew used to pick two pupils at the school after closing hours on the instruction of their parents. The driver, in the course of time, became close to a teacher at the school. Period, a 39-year-old driver molested a kindergarten pupil. The convict was arrested by the police and charged with sexual assault by penetration. I think this sentence is held in care of. So why would you now transfer your job to another person simply because of what? If you even ask the teacher the excuse for leaving the children, it would be one flimsy excuse, but you just left the children in the care of the driver, and now the driver had their way. And also a wake-up call to parents: do not trust your driver so much to give them access to your children. If you must, especially when they are at this delicate stage, 4-year-old, they cannot really fight or talk or defend themselves. When they are in this stage, do not just leave your children in the hands of a driver. Make sure you are going along with the driver to drop and pick them up, or you have someone that you trust probably a relative or somebody that you trust that would be with the driver. Don't just leave the driver alone to go and pick the children and drop them off at school. It's not really done. It's a lesson to actually be learnt. All right, that was it on the Punch newspaper this morning. Stay tuned for more headlines after this short commercial break.
Yes, yes, yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. You need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun. Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081-687-09103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
You're listening to the best radio station on the planet. Gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show.
We are the best.
One day, come on, leave this radio for me now. I enjoy this VO radio.
Hey, gida leave him for me for PO radio. Like me, I enjoy them for me. Haji Koko, na godi.
Hello. Give me the full volume of this FM. I'm enjoying this view radio.
Yes, yes, yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. You need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun. Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081-687-09103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
All right, welcome back to the program. On the Nigerian Tribune, DPO, soldier killed as gunmen attack Katsina community. Gunmen suspected to be bandits have killed a divisional police officer during an attack on Jibia town in Jibia local government area of Katsina state. The slain security operative Abdul Karim Rano was, until his death, the officer in charge of the divisional police headquarters in Jibia. Eyewitnesses told Channel Television on Wednesday. Although the casualty on the part of the gunmen could not be ascertained, residents said a soldier was also killed and another injured. Very, very shocking why it is the police officers and the soldiers that are, mostly killed more than the bandits themselves. That's why I asked that question. What exactly is going wrong? What can be done, to make sure that these things actually stop? All right, one more headline. Police raid IPOB ECN camps, kill 3, arrest 9 in Imo. The tactical team of Imo State Police Command has raided the IPOB and ASN camps, killing 3 while arresting 9 others. The raid is in consonance with the mandate to the officers and men of the command by the Inspector General of Police, IGP Alkali Baba Usman, to fish out all bandits group, especially members of the indigenous people of Biafra and the Eastern Security Network, with the aim of restoring normalcy to the state. So, now termed Biafrans as bandits. So people should be careful because the policemen are after them. So if you are caught, as one of those people, nobody knows what is going to be done. All right, that was it this morning on the headlines, the newspaper review on View Ultimate FM. Now, today is Friday. Yeah, thank God it's Friday. And while we're all celebrating and saying, oh, last day of work, you go home, you relax, I just want to remind you that things are not as they were anymore. So let's be safe. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go out to relax. I'm not saying you shouldn't go out to hang out with friends. I'm not saying you shouldn't go out to have fun. No, I'm not saying any of that, even if I will not go out to have fun. But then I'm just saying you should watch your back. Let's be safe out there. Like army or any other security operative, you are the one that will first secure yourself. So you have to be careful. No line movement anymore. No going to places that are not secure. Make sure you look out. If you go somewhere and you have a drink, if you have not finished your drink, please take it with you wherever you are going, because drinks are being poisoned a lot. I'm not saying you shouldn't trust your friends or anything like that, but then just be more careful, because the wickedness in the heart of men these days is really, really nothing to write home about. So as you go about your weekend, groove, you go out to have fun, you go out to hang out with friends, just try and be careful. And even as you go to your places of worship, some people will go to church on Sunday, some people will go to the mosque today for prayers. Wherever you're going to, just be careful, because even in churches now, a lot of things are happening. So if you sense any form of foul play in your place of worship, please, my dear, take your things and kindly go to your house. Don't come and say you want to die. If when you die, you go to heaven. God did not send you to come and die. He didn't send you that work. He has died for everybody already, so no need for you to die. Save yourself first. Please leave. So that was it this morning on the Breakfast Show on VO Ultimate FM. Join us again next week for another interesting episode. And yeah, before I forget, on Monday is Valentine's Day. So you can start showing love to people from now. You can start sending my gifts to me. I accept a lot of gifts. If it's cash or if it's anything gifts, I love gifts. So you can send me my gifts from now. But then just show love to someone and stay safe out there. Have a great weekend. Bye.